This is Stuff You Like. You can call me Ursa, and Natasha is the member of the Avengers who gets things done. Oh, Natasha. Or Natalie. Or Black Widow. Your first two names are apparently the same name because Russian, but regardless. Our first introduction to Natasha is when she's undercover as Natalie Rushman. Russian. I just got that. Ugh. And Tony is, well, it's Iron Man 2. Tony's dying, and he's losing his marbles, and he's really just not very stable at the moment. So S.H.I.E.L.D. sent Nat in to keep an eye on him. Mostly she gets along fine by employing the cunning combination of one, being really hot.
She is from legal, and she is potentially a very expensive sexual harassment lawsuit if you keep ogling her like that.
Two, being really smart.
Very, very impressive individual.
So
She's fluent in
predictable, you know
French, Italian, Russian, Latin. Who speaks Latin?
And three, being hilariously competent at beating up grown men.
Rule number 1, never take your eye off your opponent.
Oh my God!
In the Avengers, as I said, Natasha is the one who gets things done. She is one of the main drivers of the plot, and her character development is almost incidental. Of course, the fact that Natasha now gets to have a character beyond hot and competent is a good thing too. Coulson calls her, she digs up Bruce, she introduces Bruce to Steve, she outsmarts a god, and we'll come back to that. She gets Clint back, she keeps it together when Bruce hulks out. She gets to the portal, she works out how to close it, she saves the world. Obviously not single-handedly because this is, you know, an ensemble movie, but she contributes a lot to the resolution of the plot, which, in a film landscape containing more than a few boring perfect female characters who contribute nothing, is always going to make me happy. She's not boring or perfect or disposable. She is ridiculously competent, and she does have some serious issues.
I have a very specific skill set. I didn't care who I used it for.
Her thing is outsmarting people, outthinking them. Her damage seems to be that quite often she lets them beat up on her to do it. Like Captain America, she's more than willing to take the hits. Almost too willing, actually. She's chosen this as her pathway to redemption, as her penance. She won't go in for self-flagellation, but there are so many people willing to do it for her, and she will let them in order to get what she wants. And what she wants is to save the world, and she will do it using every trick and skill at her disposal.
Oh no. You brought the monster.
So, Banner. That's your play.
What?
She and Bruce have that in common. They use their weakness as strength. When Banner gets angry, he loses control. Instead of fighting it, he's learned to make it into a strength. People underestimate Natasha. Consistently. Because she's only human, or because she's only a woman. And she uses that as a strength. How else do you trick the trickster god, even if, you know, he's not exactly at the top of his game at the moment? You sly dog, you got him monologuing! Avengers Natasha is vastly more interesting than Iron Man 2 Natasha for 3 reasons. First of all, because Iron Man 2 is about Tony, not about Natasha. Second, because The Avengers is just a better movie than Iron Man 2. And third, because Natalie Rushman isn't Natasha. The only thing we really learn about Agent Romanoff in Iron Man 2 is that she's very good at undercover work. And at not sleeping with Tony. Oh, and at this. Girl has mad skills, and lack of character development aside, I was totally smitten with Black Widow in Iron Man 2. Because, first of all, she was competent. Second of all, she wore clothes that I, for the most part, could imagine wearing. Third of all, she was ginger. And best of all, 4 didn't fall for Tony Stark.
You were gonna tell me you really were dying?
You didn't let
Why
me.
didn't you tell me that?
I was gonna make you an omelet and tell you.
Hey, save it for the honeymoon. You got incoming.
I mean, Natalie Rushman flirts with him in an offhand kind of way, but she's an illusory threat to Pepper and Tony's relationship. But we talked about that already. Avengers Natasha gets much more time as herself, with hair that makes sense. Seriously, I love her hair, but who takes their hair down before an epic battle? Nobody. Nobody does that. Okay, except for Emma Frost. Emma Frost is a special case. And Black Widow's a valuable team member, like Hawkeye, in spite of the fact that neither of them really have any special powers or fancy suits. She's my favourite because she's as broken and scarred as the rest of them, and because that will never prevent her from doing what needs to be done.
You know what it's like to be unmade.
You know that I do.
And isn't that the definition of a hero? Next time we're talking about the Star-Spangled Man himself. See you soon, guys.
There's quite the buzz around here for finding you in the ice. Thought Coulson was gonna swoon. Did he ask you to sign his Captain America trading cards yet?
Trading cards.
They're vintage. He's very proud.